The most important thing that we did in the preparation phase, and I didn't work on legacy then, I had a different role before the Games, but we put legacy first. Very, very similar to what John told you about Vancouver. Legacy, as I'll explain in a second, was the reason why we bid for the London Olympics in the first place. And in the 4 or 5 years that I worked on the Games beforehand, there was not a single meeting that didn't discuss the legacy implications of what we were doing. Absolutely everything was driven by legacy all the way through, from the beginning through to the very end. The legacy was to build 25,000 homes for 55,000 Londoners, homes in a city like Seoul where living is at a premium, it's expensive, it's difficult to obtain. Building homes for 55,000 people is a massive issue for London. And actually making that promise and delivering on that promise was a key pledge. To provide workspace and employment opportunities for 40,000 people on the park was another part of that very, very clear commitment. And to turn the park into a major visitor destination that was going to attract 125, 130 million visitors in its first few years of operation was another really big pledge. And then what we've changed and what we've added to that list is we're going to build a culture and education district which is going to attract hundreds of millions of visitors, some of the biggest names in global culture and education, and help deliver an economic benefit measured in billions of pounds into London was another key issue. Ownership is a really key issue. If you're studying this, I talked about the organisation being created before the Games. Everyone here, I think, has talked about how legacy has permeated its way through the delivery phase, the preparation phase, and the subsequent phase. We created an organisation to take that ownership so that it was responsible, it could make sure that promises were kept. And another key theme is if you make a promise, you have to keep it. It was absolutely important that it was visible. In Britain, we have an extremely diverse and significant media that are intrusive, and that's very important to us. But as well as that kind of pull to release information, we've been very transparent. That importance of transparency is absolutely key. And we live by the kind of cliche that what gets measured gets done. And what we say we're going to do, we report on. We make targets, we tell people how we're performing on them. We did that before the Games, we did that during the Games. We now do it in legacy mode after the Games. Is that the key element in all of this is passion. Everyone who worked on the Games wanted to work on the Games. They made career choices, they made life choices. Their families had to live with the fact that they didn't see a significant part of the family for weeks and weeks on end, months on end, sometimes years on end. You need that passion to deliver a Games, and you need that passion to deliver legacy. Legacy in London started, people who'd sat at home and felt inspired by that wanted to come and work on it. Everyone talks quite rightly about the inspiration that the Olympics gives you if you want to go off and be a sports person. It can also work in a myriad different number of other ways. And we benefit on the legacy programme in London by the people who've been motivated and excited by seeing what happened was such a significant event in the UK, and now they want to be part of what's happening afterwards. And those are the really key things that I think deliver a successful legacy programme. So I go back to my summary. If you want to deliver a successful legacy, you need to have a plan, you need to have an organisation that can deliver it, you need someone to own that, you need some visibility about what you're doing, and you need some passion. But absolutely core to that is that consistency. You know what you're going to achieve, and you've got the tools to go away and do it. I hope that was useful. Thank you very much.